Raindrop. Hey everyone, it's Migs, aka Foreign. So working at OUTNIN was actually my first job when I was a little baby high schooler. I applied at a few other places, but OUTNIN was the first job to give me an interview. And it was a funny story because I didn't even know I was going to be interviewed. I went in to introduce myself like you should when you apply for a job, but the next thing I know, I was sitting in the line waiting for an interview. I talked to a few other people who were in line waiting for the interview, and they all had more experience than me. And there was one girl who was bragging about working at Olive Garden and looked at my resume and said it was just aight. So I went in extra nervous because I was just a high school student who didn't really know anything about anything, but when it came to it, I was the first one up for the interview and they absolutely loved me. And I got hired on the spot. The manager was actually joking about how I felt too confident that I got the job already, and then said, "You're hired." And I remember that moment so well because I was so excited that I actually jumped when he told me. Little did I know the torture was about to begin. When you first start out at OUTNIN, they make you stay in the dining room, which means cleaning tables and pretty much wiping people's butts if they asked you to. Sometimes people would just snap their fingers at me and then look at me and move their hands like they want me to wipe their table and not even say thank you afterwards. Or even look at me in the eye, which I really wish they did so they can see the hatred in mine. One time I was wiping down this family's table and the kid said something rude to me like, "Look at this loser with this dumb hat." And while I was wiping their table, my petty self decided to accidentally drop all of the trash on him. And I just said, "Oh, my bad," with this expression on my face. But in the end, dining room is actually the most boring position there is, and that's because you just walk around in circles and in circles and in circles, taking people's trash and wiping down tables, and that's pretty much it. But making a little more than minimum wage was what got me through it. I really hate it when I'd be throwing out the trash and I left the trash compartment open so people can see that there's no trash can inside, but people would go to that specific trash compartment, look at me deep in the eyes, and still throw their trash and it ends up on the floor. And then they just walk away. The worst of all were those stupid high school students whose parents obviously didn't raise them right because they made a mess, they disrespected the staff, and left their trash there expecting people to clean it up after them. And I would take mental pictures of each and one of those kids who would do that, so if I ever see them outside of work, they are about to catch these hands. But say what you can say about this place, because after 2 years, I still love those burgers. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and please subscribe for more and watch my other video on